Boston University has a significant international student population. The biggest part of it comes from China. Over the past 5 years, the percentage of Chinese students out of all international students attending BU increased from 31% to 45%, according to BU's International Students and Scholars Office. Yating brings us more.
It's not like I don't want to participate in classes. Occasionally, I just get lost in what people are discussing because I didn't complete the reading, and I don't want my stupid questions to interrupt the class.
Over the past 10 years, the number of Chinese students coming to BU has increased dramatically, while those of other countries has stayed relatively stable. At BU's College of Communication, 39% of currently enrolled graduate students are Chinese. To help them adjust to their studies, BU takes various measures. For example, Zhang, director of the Com Writing Center, hires Chinese writing tutors to better serve Chinese clients.
So I wanted the staff to be more than just like a lot of white American students, because I thought we would relate better to the students if we could speak their language a little bit and if we could better understand the source of some of their writing styles.
Yingren Liu, an English writing tutor at the Writing Center, said in the beginning her colleagues kept mistaking her as a client instead of writing fellow.
The thing is that we met earlier at a staff meeting. Yes, I was upset, but then I got to know my fellow workers and they're really nice people. And yes, like the first question, you have to make the effort to connect with them.
Though the college tries to make the lives of Chinese students easier, they still feel challenged about many things.
I need to read 5,000 words of English materials on a daily basis after class. Sometimes I stay up until 3 a.m. to read but still cannot finish them all. And I have classes at 8 a.m. the next morning. Professors here care a lot about class participation. It's not like I don't want to participate in classes. Occasionally, I just get lost in what people are discussing because I didn't complete the reading, and I don't want my stupid questions to interrupt the class.
Besides difficulties in their studies, they also have challenges to face in daily life. Liu said it was the first time she had to set up furniture by herself.
They ask you to DIY everything yourself, so it's kind of nerve-wracking. I've never done any carpentry or this sort of stuff in general, so I have to look at the menu and sort of the bolts. I had no idea what I was doing, but actually I put together a desk, a bed, a chair, and a closet. So I think that was kind of difficult and amazing at the same time.
Living in a foreign country, some Chinese students occasionally feel their non-Chinese peers don't try to understand their culture.
I once knew a British woman who was producing a documentary at the time about how Chinese women prefer Western-style fashion to Asian-style fashion. She directly asked me to say on camera that we Chinese women like to make our noses look higher and make our eye sockets look deeper like white women by using makeup because we think they're prettier. I think that is totally disrespectful towards me and other Chinese women. It's true that many Chinese women do want a higher nose. They even do plastic surgery for this. But it has nothing to do with imitating white women. And to be honest, I think we know how to dress better than they do.
Though more and more Chinese students choose to study in America, most of them struggle finding a job here after they graduate, not only because of language barrier, but also because in order to stay, they need a company to sponsor them.
So I know of, for example, a Chinese tutor who worked for me for a couple of years who was an outstanding communicator, in every regard. She could have been just as American as the next person. But when they discovered that she needed a sponsor, there were 2 different companies that hired her and then decided not to hire her.
According to the Institute of International Education, there has been an 85% increase of international students in the United States since 10 years ago. For BU News Service, I'm Yating Zhang.
BU says it admits more and more international students in order to prepare students for an increasingly globalized society. The number of international students nationwide topped 1 million in May 2017.